YouTube, and welcome to another 40k battle report. And today it's Orcs versus my mate Mike's Imperial Guard. We're playing Crusade with 4 objectives with Dawn of War deployment, and we are night fighting turn 1. So we shall go on to the Imperial Guard army. So the Imperial Guard army is being led by Lord Commissar. Just basic kit. He's just got carapace armor upgrade. Behind him we've got 2 units of veterans with 3 flamers each. There's another unit of veterans back there with 3 flamers, and 2 of them, all 3 of them are in chimeras. We've got 2 Lumen Russ executioners, I do believe those ones are.
Yeah, executioners.
Executioners. Yes. 2 sentinels with missile launchers, and 2 Lumen Russes with.
They're exterminators.
They're 2 Lumen Russ exterminators. We've got a Valkyrie. It's new out. It hasn't come out for a while, so it's good to see it back on the board. And inside that, we've got a unit of veterans with 3 melter guns. And that is 1750 Imperial Guard. So now we're going to the Orc list. The Orc army being led by a war boss. Same kit as I always give him: heavy armor, cyber bodies, power claw, combi scorcher. And again, he's in a unit of 10 knobs, 4 power claws, pain boy, 5 big choppers, heavy armor, cyber bodies, in a death roll with 2 big shooters. Got a mob of 20 Ard boys, and they're going to be rolling in a bat wagon. Just a normal squad of boys, 20. Squad of 20 shooter boys with 2 big shooters. And my 18 storm boys, who people have been unsure about. Should swap them for bikes really, but I'm not a fan of bikes. We've also got my converted Dakka jet and my actual Dakka jet. So there is the Orc army. And that's 1750. We're on to deployment. We haven't chosen who deploys first, so we'll be back after deployment.
That's a monstrous creature.
So the Guard have deployed like so, Lumen Russes, Chimeras, and Sentinels there. And you've got these Lumen Russes all the way over to the side. So you've got all the veterans in the transports and the Valkyrie in reserve. We shall go on to the Orc deployment. Orcs is deployed by. Oops, sorry, finger in the camera. They're Storm Boys, Knobs in reserve, and Battle Wagon. Shooter Boys there. The 2 Battle Wagons are here, and the boys there. 2 Dakka Jets in reserve, and those Ard Boys there are in that Battle Wagon. So we'll see if the Orcs can steal initiative. I'm going to borrow one of Mike's dice. Yeah. No. So we are night fighting turn 1. So on to Imperial Guard turn 1. So end of Imperial Guard movement. As Lumen Russ shuffled, they stayed there. They wandered up, and they stayed there. So entirely eventful as always for Imperial Guard. So on to Imperial Guard shooting phase on turn 1. So end of Imperial Guard shooting. These Lumen Russ shot the Storm Boys, killed a few. These put pie plates on them, killed another few, so they're still hanging in there. 2 Chimeras at the front shot this squad and killed a few. I'm not exactly sure how many, like 1 or 2 maybe. And then those 2 Lumen Russes shot this squad, but due to night fighting and the hard cover, 2 up cover save, only killed 1. So we're on to Imperial Guard assault phase, which there isn't any of. So we'll come back at the end of movement on turn for Orcs turn 1. So end of Orc movement. These boys have just moved up. Battle Wagons shot up the board. Getting closer. Storm Boys managed to roll a 4, so they're quite the way up the board. Or sorry, 3. And the Shooter Boys have just nudged up. So on to Orc shooting phase. So, end of Orc shooting phase, these boys have run up and that idiot fell over. And they turbo boosted. So I'm literally 6 inches away. These guys ran an inch, and these guys stayed where they are. So they're going to try and assault. They need an 8 through cover. So let's see if we can do that. No, that's a 4. Oh, something a bit short. So on to Imperial Guard turn 2. So, end of Imperial Guard movement on turn 2. Those Russes have moved over. Those Chimeras stayed where they are. Valkyrie came on and dropped in a unit here. Their grab shoot insertion special rule. So lots of metal guns in my rear. Sentinels have just moved up. And they have backed up. Scared of Storm Boys. Deadly Storm Boys.
How many points was that? Like 20?
So yeah, we'll come back at the end of Imperial Guard shooting phase. So, end of Imperial Guard shooting phase. These guys that dropped out of the Valkyrie killed the Batwagon, and then that lot, all those tanks, there's 4 tanks, shot their boys that came out and killed them. Over here, Valkyrie shot the Storm Boys as well as them, and there's just 4 left. They held in morale. So yeah, pretty long turn, focused on the Art Boys. But yeah, we'll come back at the. There's no guard assaults, is there? No.
No guard assaults.
So we'll come back at the end of Orcs turn 2. So end of Orc movement. These boys are just running up towards that objective. Shooter boys just shuffled. To move this guy. Oh, I need to move the battle wagon and get the boys out. I'll do that in a second. Both the Decker Jets came on again. They always come on together. They're like a good pair, looking to gun down some chimeras. And the Storm Boys just jumped over there and one's fallen over. So we'll come back at the end of Orcs shooting phase. So just finishing the Orc movement, the Orcs have unleashed their cunning plan. Knobs have got out the battle wagon, and the battle wagon is parked in front of the Lehman Russes. So we can't see crap. So yeah, onto Orc shooting phase. So end of Orc shooting, both Decker Jets opened up a single Chimera each. One Chimera was just wrecked and the guys got out there, and the other Chimera exploded, killing 3 guys inside. These shooter boys dackered the veterans there, and there's 2 left who are now running away. Might add those veterans there in the centre are pinned. So the Decker Jets certainly did their job. Certainly worth taking these if you're on the fence of them. And so on to Orc assault phase. So, end of Orc assault phase. Knobs buggered up those veterans. These guys made their 11-inch charge to kill those 2 guardsmen. Thankfully we're on a war, so yeah, we got through all that. And the Storm Boys smashed up 1 Lehman Russ. So with that over, we're on to Imperial Guard turn 3. So, just an afterthought, we're running out of time on this first part, so I'm going to call it for the end of part 1, so please tune in for part 2 if you are liking the battle report. Come back for Imperial Guard turn 3, and please like and subscribe, and post a comment if you like the armies, or post a comment to who you think is going to win this battle report. Matt for now, happy wargaming.